Ha ha, AT. Mr. Chris Lopez. What's good, man? Bad mother trucker. You know what I heard, guys? I heard bad mother trucker has a mouthful of cocks. If that ain't about some shit. Oh, man. So I guess we're going to see how this kicks off. I didn't put no teaser up and nothing, let anybody know I was going live. Just said, fuck it. If they want to come around, they come around. If they don't, they don't. You know, Lewis Photography. Hey, how you doing? Let me do this. Let me move this over here. Bam. Now that seems more natural. D Squonks. What's good? What's good? Caesar Ontiveros. What's up, my boy? What's up with you, man? Hope everyone is well. Ohm B1 Kenobi. What's good? What's good? Aaron Smithwick. CO Kid 26. What up? Devin Lumley. What's up? Magpie 926. Michaela Reviews. Hi, Mr. Just Right. Hello, Miss Michaela. How are you? Jason Rodriguez. What's up? How's it going, everybody? Man, just been hanging out, dude. I tried to get some people on here for today's show or whatnot. I guess some people just don't like me or whatnot, man. Hey, if that's the way it is, then that's the way it's going to be. Ain't nothing going to change me. Shit. Jake Money, 06900. What's up? Kenny Taylor. What's up, Joy? I hope you're doing good this evening. Man, I'm doing wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. New device, RDA, RDTA. Damn, you jumping out the questions quick, ain't you, Lewis? I'll tell you this much, Lewis. I got 3 new projects. So, anybody know any good shops in Atlanta for DB Squonks? His mod broken. He's traveling for work. Dustin Vapor, what's up, man? Woof! Frank Wolf. Stay blessed, brother. Alex Phipps, Mr. Just Right. 1. Going to save your money up to buy my product? Well, they ought to be cheap right now, man. Hell, profiles and unities ought to be going down in prices everywhere. I'm not going to say they have, but they should be. You know, I mean, you think about it. Theoretically, they've been out for quite a bit now. The whole 510 came out of it when I went to clean his RTA. TJ Powers, what's good, man? What's up? Man, you know, enough about me. How did y'all's week go, man? Anything interesting or spectacular happen in the wonderful week and world of your lives, man? You ain't wearing red. Holy shit. Take a picture, everybody. Yeah, take a picture, everybody. That shit says, hustle every day. That's exactly what the fuck I've been doing. Hustling every day. When I say hustling, I ain't selling dope or nothing like that, man. That's hustling the mind, hustling the thought process, you know, and helping others, helping ensure others are doing good and getting good in their contracts. You know, I've been kind of, I'm not permitted to say who, but I have been working for some other people, helping them get their contracts in order and get their negotiations right for said products that they're going to come out, because some of these individuals have never had a product put to market and not really sure how they wanted their contracts done. So, you know, making that happen. The grind don't stop, Hunjo. Man, it really don't. Those of you guys that hang out in the Discord morning crew, man, they know, dude. I've been missing in action for 2 weeks now, because it's just been nonstop grinding. Tony Mitchell, respect, man. I'm surprised to see you here. I figured you'd be over watching the other show, man. But thank you guys that are here. You know, I appreciate each and every one of you guys that chooses to come back every Friday. I want you to guys know I really did try to have somebody on here. They just weren't able to come on this week, and it sucks. It's sad, but guess what? It happens. It's going to be that way, and I get it. You know what I mean? I'm not I don't have just super thousands of people tuning in and watching, and I'm not stirring up drama or nothing like that, guys. I'm just here to ensure that you guys can come in, chit chat with me, hang out, answer the next questions you guys may have and whatnot. It's just, that's how it goes. ID Voca. Good morning, everybody. Good morning to you. Hello, Leslie's Vaping. How are you, ma'am? And there's somebody else up here I seen too. Exquisite Bliss. What's good, Mr. Just Right? I seen her in Twisted's chat this morning. I seen ID in Twisted's live stream this morning. I seen that bad mother trucker over there too. You know what? I even seen that guy, Keep It Real's Vapor, Dave Satek, man. Yes. Next week is going to be rough, says Dustin Vapor, but for me, making it a positive. Exactly, man. You know what I mean? Diamonds go through some of the roughest times before they come out shining. You know, they get cut, broke down, and you have to polish them, refine them, tune them up a little bit. Ender's Other Game. Good evening, all. I like that guy right there, man. How's your box mod coming, Enders? I know you're working on a little 3D printed box. How's that coming for you? Kip Drippers. That's what's up, Kip. Joseph Walter, Jojo, I'm so glad you went live, bro. Thank you. Thank you. I wish I had mod you made, Joel. Chris Chapman, Mr. Chappie. Lewis, I haven't made a mod. I haven't designed a mod yet. You know, not saying that I'm not going to, but I haven't as of yet. Been working on something really to bring some attention to the mech game. You know, mechs are something I enjoy using. I don't use them much on camera, but I do enjoy using mechs. And I just felt that the innovation aspect in mechs has become kind of stagnant as of lately. So definitely been working on trying to reamp that up and get people looking into that aspect a little bit better. Chris W., how are you doing, Mr. Just Right? Man, too blessed to be stressed. That's one of my favorite sayings, and it's something I absolutely live by. I'm just too blessed to be stressed. If life got any better, man, I couldn't be living. I'd have to be in the pearly gates somewhere. You know what I mean? ID Voca, yes, sir. I don't care what he says. Whenever I come out with my mech, I'm going to find a way to get it to him. If I have to ship them 5 in a row, do that like shotgun method where, they may take 1 or 2 of them, but maybe 2 or 3 get through, you never know. Oh, the red device I had made a few months ago. Man, that is by Unicorn Fakes. I just been using this all week. I just put it back in this box so I can shoot the review for it. Probably Sunday I'm going to shoot the review for this one. Really enjoying this one. Actually, I'm going to do this one up against the Arcless, up against the Keen. All 3 being 21700 constant contact mods. I figured it'd be good to kind of pit them against each other and see what pros and cons each may have and go from there. But Unicorn Vapes did that red mod for me in the Red and Earl. I love that one. 210 Vapor, what's up, brother? What's up? Oh yeah, ID man. This is something the idea's been around for a while. We've actually gone to like a prototype phase once before many years ago, and just nothing ever came of it. And we were sitting around one day and we figured, well, damn, and all this time nobody's done anything with a concept that we already laid out. We'll do it again, and that's exactly what we're doing. Shane Smith, what's good? Toss me one, laugh out loud, just kidding. Lewis, I only have 1 left. I only had 50 of them made. I kept 1 for myself, and the rest of them I sent out. They went like that, too. 210 says he's good. Keep up the good work. Dave Saytech, super chat. Adding to what you want, let me send you for the month. Much love, mad respect. Always support my brother. Keep grinding. $20 donation, man. Thank you so much, man. Dave, you don't have to do that, dude. I'm not losing nothing on the Patreon side of cutting it back to 5 as the maximum donation level allowed on that tier. And the reason why I did that is because I want everybody to be able to eat entitled to the same thing, man. Ain't nobody better than anybody else. Some people can't afford more than that. And if I'm making good business moves elsewhere, my Patreon should be it shouldn't be like a source of income. You know what I mean? It should just be like a icing on the cake type deal. Oh, okay. Yeah, when I tried to get when they were gone. Yeah, man. They went fast. They went real fast. But doesn't mean I'm not going to be doing another one maybe, Ball Sonic, but Joy, you've done it for all your hard work you've done, buddy. Man, I don't deserve anything. What I deserve, I've been given more than I deserve. And that's by the 56 people that are tuned in and watching right now. That's more than any money could ever bring, anything else could ever ask for. You guys come hang out with me, keep me company on a Friday night. That's something that I really appreciate and mad love and respect. Jason Parker at Mr. Just Right. What's up, brother? How is life? Life is good, man. Life is life, Looking forward to go get my oldest son back. He spent 2 weeks with my mother, and looking forward to getting him back. I really miss the fella, man. It's because you're one of the real ones. Man, you guys are the realest out there. You know, you can't. Damn. I always hate doing this because it's like, man, you always talking about what his granddaddy said. Well, yeah, I'm talking about what my granddaddy said because it meant a lot to me. He told me, he said, you know what, son, in order to have good friends, first you have to be a good friend. You can't have good friends if you're not a good friend, you know, and that's something I respect a lot. And I think about all the time, you know, whenever you guys are here hanging out with me on a Friday night, man, lets me know that I'm not alone. You know what I mean? That there's people out there that do give two shits about Mr. Just Right. Want to choose to come hang out with them, you know. And I know it's tough to come in here where I'm not stirring up drama or kicking the shit pot around and see where it lands. Man, there's no need in all that. You know, I'd much rather see how you guys' week was and how you guys were doing, you know. Speaking of the MDX, I'm vaping on the Just Right 1 MDX. It's a banger. Copper over anything, says Shadow Link. That's what's up. That's what's up. Bill Ekman, been looking forward to tonight, bro. It's been a terrible week and hope to start the weekend better. Bill, I hope your weekend turns around. I hope it does a complete 180 and goes the other way, man. I hope it turns out to be one of the very best weeks that you may have had thus far. Know that them trying times are coming, though, man. Nobody has, you know, just daisy fields forever. You know, sometimes you got to go through the weeds to get out there, and you'll be all right, man. I got faith in you, dude, and I know you'll be all right. AT says, I guess it's about time for you now to come up, now that you made a reputable name, to come up with your own brand instead of sharing profits with companies, in my opinion. Man, no, actually, whenever I'm going to do my products that I have set out to do and design in the vape world, and if I get to a position, you know, where I have the opportunity to take some of my finances and invest them back into myself, what would have been myself, I'm going to take my chances in finance and invest into other individuals of this community. You know, your viewers out there like yourself that have ideas out there, you know, because I'm just one of you guys, you know, and there's another one of me out there, I know there is, that has ideas in their head that just hasn't got them to market yet, or just hasn't got them to China yet, or whatever. So what I'm going to do is take some of my profits off of what I've been doing and, you know, Easter egging, and instead of investing in myself, invest in y'all, invest in the community, invest in other ideas that, you know, are brought to me and say, hey, you know what? I think we can do this. I think this will work. I think this will work. And I think that'll really, really be a good thing to ensure that, you know, the community builds on the community. You know what I mean? Like, heck, if I could do what's been done with me with 5 individuals, and they could go do the same thing with 5 other individuals, it's like a pyramid scheme of such. The scheme aspect of things. But, you know, it's just building on a solid platform and helping others up. You know what I mean? I have no problem being the base and having somebody higher than me. You know, I want somebody to do better than me. I want each of you guys to do better than me. You know, that's what's up. John Caps, how about it? How about it? But that's what I think is lacking in this industry, man, is, you know, it's a lot of me. What can you do for me? What can be done for me? What can I do for me? What can I do for me? Yeah, it's good to invest in yourself. You know what I mean? But it's also good to invest in others and to help others achieve the same things that you've been afforded. You know, like, I can give you what I've been afforded, but what good does that do? It's like the whole teach a man to fish concept. You know, like, I want to teach others, like working these contracts right now, you know, going over the wording with some individuals and helping them out. Yeah, I could just do it for them, but they haven't learned anything by doing it for them. So I'd much rather show them how to do it, teach them how to do it. You know, like, hey, look, guys, if you do this, this is what you get off of it, and this is what you get at it from here. Brad's Vapor. Hey, Joel. Hey, chat. What's up? Man, Brad's Vapor, how are you doing? Love to see that guy here. Thank you so much for the one and the Soul Keeper. The Soul Keeper, guys, is very, very interesting. The semi-mech game, from liabilities of the companies in China where they don't want to build mechs, I think that is something we're going to see more of. And it's going to be semi-mechs. And why do I think we're going to see more of that? Because of the liability aspect. Some of these companies don't want to produce mechs. And the reason they don't want to produce mechs is because of battery safety and failures and issues and so forth. So I do think we may see some more of the semi-mech world coming out. You've seen it with the Foosh. You see it with the Soul Keeper, you know. So I think that's very, very nice. Trying to read something. Do you think that's a return of the old kick chips? Yeah, it is very much like the kick chips. You know, those of us that use kicks way back when, it was I guess I get more of the battery, you know, get more out of the battery to kick, give it that boost. Well, now it's like kind of to regulate the batteries a little bit, you know, semi-mech like a MOSFET mech. Yeah, exactly like a MOSFET mech. And vaping life with vaping Jason, give a man a fish, teach a man to fish, etc. Exactly. You know, that's one of those things, you know, that it's about is to help others do great things and teach others how to do things. You know, not everybody you can show anybody how to do anything, but how have you helped them? What happens if you're not around to do it for them later? You know, like my children, I don't do much for them. Like I want to show them how to do things. You know, my oldest boy, show him how to run a chainsaw, show him how to run a tree trimmer and to mow the yard and how I do it. He may not do it exactly how I do it every time. I have to make him do it over and over and over again, but that repetitiveness teaches him how to do so. And there's going to come a point in time where I can't get out there and mow my yard, and he's going to come over and be able to mow my yard. I hope he does come over and mow my yard for me. You know, it's all about giving back, guys. You know, like that's what it is. It's about giving back and understanding that this whole vape industry mindset that people have of the industry, the community. Guys, the community is the industry. You know, I watched Twisted's live stream earlier, and he spoke on being sick and tired of pods, being tired of pods. Pods are overwhelming. Pods are everywhere. Do you know why that is? It's because people are buying pods. If the community stopped purchasing pods, then manufacturers would stop manufacturing pods. You know, we allow that to happen by the life cycles. Everything comes in life cycles in the vape world. So by buying the pods up as they coming out a dime a dozen, we're extending that lifespan of that pod system. Well, we can control that as a community. We are the industry in a whole. So the community, I've always said it, the power is within the community. You know, we got this mindset of YouTube reviewers, Instagram influencers, and whatever it may be that, you know, we go to them for advice as to what we like and what we don't. Man, if you don't like something, just because you see somebody else like it, doesn't mean you have to buy it. You know what I mean? If you truly don't like pod systems, don't buy pod systems. You know, there's a market for them, you know, but I think it's an overwhelming market right now. Pods took off because they're simple, cheap, and they work. Yeah, Joe Mack. Hey, everyone, first time live chat from Ohio. Welcome, Joe Mack. Thank you for tuning into the channel. Vape Vermont. Hey, Joel, better late than never. Glad I made it in time to show you some love. Man, I'm glad you made it in time to show me some love because I want to show you some love. Overdrip Rip, Mr. Just Right One. What's up, brother? What's up with you, Overdrip? Hope you're doing good, man. Vape Vermont, your presence here has ensured that I am having a great night, my friend. Understand that, please. Hobag, good evening, Mr. Just Right in chat. Been a long week. It has been a long week. But one thing about it, Hobag, is remember, a week is only a week. It's only a number of days. Time is a thing that we have put upon ourselves. You know, we're going to look back one day when we're old and not doing so well health-wise, maybe facing the end of our demise or whatever. We're going to look back and think, man, life was short. You know, right now they seem like long days and long weeks and trying times. There's going to come a point in time where we're going to be like, man, I'd give anything to go back when I had them tough times again. Steve Thompson, what's up, Mr. Just Right? How do you get to Carnegie Hall? Lots of practice, says Bosonic. Yeah, you know, nothing happens overnight, but I do firmly believe you have to have somebody teach. You have to have a teacher somewhere. Set your pride aside to help somebody. Reach back, say, look, man, I understand you got a product you want to put out to market. Let me help you. Let me help you get that to market. Let me help you with this. Or are you lacking on the funds to finance your project? You know, I think that's something a lot of people face on a daily basis. And it's a reality for majority of the United States and myself at times, you know, that we have grand visions that we can't afford to back. You know, that old saying, it takes money to make money. That's a very, very true saying. And it's an unfortunate saying. I think that everybody should be afforded an opportunity to do something once in their life, you know, to make that impact. And not everything costs money either. To have a positive mindset and a positive attitude doesn't cost you a thing. What does it cost? It costs you a smile. It costs you joy, and it's one of those things that we have to get better at doing. Jason Parker, no, but you'll be a better person for it. I have no idea what he's talking about. Let me see if I can catch that Jason Parker chat. I guess I missed it. Oh, well. Do you think pods are a cause of the issue in the community? I kind of agree with others. They're easy to hide and conceal. I don't think it's how you look at it. Is it easy to hide and conceal, or is it is it convenience, of having it? Because look, I can't even lie to you guys. Watch. Look, I'm going to reach into my pocket. What did I pull out? Pull out a Stig pod. Why? Because it's convenient. I don't know where I'm going. I typically know where I'm going, but I don't know if I'm going somewhere where I may not going to the perfect example, going to the grocery store with my wife or to a shopping center or the mall. I'm thinking we're going to be in there for, an hour tops. She wants to be in there for 4.5, 5. I'm like, fuck that. I'm going outside, walk outside, and I hit this real quick and go back in, and I'm good to go, as opposed to carrying like this. Yeah. I mean, which one do I want to carry in my pocket? I want to carry the Stig. That like button is mean and rude. I had to hit it before I even came in the chat. I like that, Overdrift. That's very, very cool. Well, hello there, chaps, says True Vapor. Good deal, good deal. Bob Shorkey, I'm loving my profile unity. It's permanently placed on my Warlock's Guardian. Respect to you, Bob. I appreciate you, Bob. Let me help you out here. Still in vids. Hold on. Better yet, I'm going to do this. Thank you there, bad mother trucker. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. You guys don't even acknowledge the trolls out there, man. Everybody can be a keyboard warrior. Everybody's a tough guy until it's time to smoke alone and get to, getting their problem solved, and then it's not so tough guy anymore. But yes, it's just that whole mindset of helping people, guys, and that's all I'm about, man. Understand that this community as a whole, we dictate what happens in this industry. We are going to dictate whether or not we have vaping. There's a survey out right now, a petition out right now, and the numbers are staggering. We wanted 100,000 signatures, and hell, we ain't even at 100,000. Guys, there's no reason why we shouldn't be at 100,000 signatures overnight. The fact that we are not speaks volumes as to the mindset that this community and industry has. We're expecting these manufacturers to go fight for us when we're not willing to fight for ourselves. How can I expect you to go fight somebody for me if I'm not willing to fight for myself? You can't do that. We have to be willing to, bear arms and unite and set differences aside as to whether you vape pods or you vape mechs or you vape squonks or regulateds or you like single coil or mesh or dual coil, triple coil, RTAs, whatever it is, high end, low end, all ends. We can't expect these industry manufacturers and companies to do all the work for us. We have to be able to do some of the work ourselves. And if we're not willing to save this industry ourselves, then how can we always going to have that thing where we've done it before, where we don't take it seriously until it's on the chopping block. And then we want to throw a fight and cry and whine about, man, we should have done this. We should have done this. We should have done that. The time is now. If you're waiting for a push, hell, I'm going to throw your ass off the cliff because the time is now. It's not waiting for nudge you to the edge. Hell, I'm kicking you smooth off the cliff. You got to sink or swim right now. What's up, Mr. Miner? Yeah, Tony Mitchell says that most of the people I know that vape don't participate in anything related to advocacy. They are just users, and that's a sad thing because when you look at tobacco, tobacco didn't have to have advocacy for tobacco, but unfortunately, in vaping, we're going to have that advocacy for it. We have to, as opposed to big tobacco, they didn't have to have advocacy for it. You know, it's a sad day to see what we've come to in this industry right now, and I'm quite personally, I'm a little disappointed, a little heartbroken. You know, I hope the 75 people that are here watching right now have really done their due diligence in signing those petitions and getting it out there, you know. Faith and Life is agent. Did somebody say free shit? I'll do it for free shit. You know, I'm not against giving away stuff, you know, for proof that people have done it. And I may do that. I may go over to my Instagram or my YouTube or something and have people send me a screenshot of their completed forms saying that they've done it and do a giveaway of some sort. You know what I mean? If that's what it takes. Shit, I've given away a lot more for a lot less. You know? And I want to address something that was said up here by Josh Rhodes. Doesn't help if you have YouTubers saying they do no good, big YouTubers. You know, and it may not do any good, you know, but I'd rather take the 15 seconds or 5 minutes of time it takes to fill the damn thing out and say, well, it may not do no good, it may do some good. But either way, I did it, you know that I did everything in my powers to ensure that I've tried to save this industry and community as a whole. And again, guys, I say industry, I really don't give a shit about the industry side of it. I care about the community side of it. I care about you guys. I want you guys to have the option. It takes 1 minute to sign, says Brad's Vapor. And you know what, guys? Somebody said that about the free shit. When I get off of here tonight, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to pull out every damn thing I want to get out of my vape collection, be new, used, old, or not, whatever. Primarily new shit, probably all new stuff. And I'm going to put together something that it'll just be for people to get behind and say, show me that you did it, you know? And I'll put your name in a raffle or a drawing or whatever and make sure you have the opportunity to do so. But even more so than just filling it out, I think I'm not only going to have you fill it out, I think I'm going to have you fill it out and I'm going to have you share it as well so that people get the point that it has to be out there. And not just don't share it just in a vape group or on your page. It's a private page and only your friends can see. You know, I want people to turn their pages over to public. Let the public see it. Let the masses see this. You know, that's something that really bothers me is, you know, you got people that have multiple accounts, like, you know, where this is their vape account and this is their personal account. Is this vape not saving your personal life or is it only saving your vape life? Because my vapes saved my personal life to ensure that I had a vape life and ensure I was able to see what I've seen today. You know, think about that now. Like, are the people that you follow, the people you enjoy and people you spend time with, do they have that personal account and then a vape account that they want to keep separate? Why? Because, oh, they're ashamed of it. I can't have my bosses think about that or see that. That's the problem right there. I'm not ashamed to say I'm a vapor. Hell, when I go to work, I wear a shirt that says Just Right or a Wodofo shirt about vaping, like transistor shirts. I support vaping. I want people to know that I vape. Mondo Fox says, I know I signed it last weekend. I've only been vaping for 9 weeks today after smoking for 26 years. And I know I don't want to lose the only thing that has worked. ID, Connie Fellows, how are you? Shout out to Connie Fellows. I absolutely love that lady right there. She come up to me in Houston and she told me, she says, you're the reason why I started advocating. You know, and I told her that she's the reason why I advocate, you know, because I love her to death. She's a sweetheart of a lady and she's vocal, you know, she's a stand-up gal and I love that about her. It may be that Texas mind frame out there, but she's a wonderful individual. And I'm blessed to have her as a friend, to consider her a friend. Big time supporter, always has been. Mad love to her for that, you know. But think about that again, guys, what I said about the vapors or the people that you follow, the influencers and so forth that have a vape account and then a personal account in their life. And they say, well, oh, you know, I want to keep that separate. There's no excuse. It's just an excuse is all it is. You know, pull that curtain down. Let people know exactly who you are and what you stand for and what you believe in. You know, is that not like kind of like, and don't throw rocks when I say this, but this is a perfect example of it. You have businessmen by day and then they're Ku Klux Klan by night. You know, they hide behind their mask in their shadow in the shadows of the dark because they don't want people to know what they've done or what they believe in. Oh man, hell, good right or not, stand up for what you believe in. Shit, do it in the daytime as you would in nighttime. Gregor Brown, Mr. Just Right One, thank you for our Instagram convo. Digging your profile, man, changed my mess aspect. Gregory Brown, thank you for the Instagram chat. You know, I appreciate you guys reaching out to me. I enjoy chatting with you guys, man. You guys are like my friends, my family. You guys are all one with me. I appreciate y'all. I do. Every bit of it. Dustin's live. Hi to you too. Hey, how are you? Jason said he went to a concert and got dirty looks for vaping from a person smoking pot 2 feet from me. Yeah, I feel for you on that, man. You know, that's a damn shame too. Like nothing against those people that choose that recreational, medicinal, whatever it may be. I'd be lying to you today if I sat here and told you that I've never tried marijuana and I didn't smoke marijuana. Marijuana was a great part of my life from the age of probably 12 till I was probably 21 years of age. Smoking sun up to sundown every damn day, never had a problem. Just that's all I did was smoke, you know, and it's just a part of me that I don't do anymore. I've already partaken in that. I don't do that anymore, you know, and I'm blessed to still be here today, be a free man today. I don't shun on people that do smoke pot, but it's a damn shame that in our country, what used to be an illegal drug is now being a medicinal drug, which is a blessing for those that need it, recreational as well. But how in the hell can you condone that, but yet you want to hang us to vape? That doesn't make any sense to me, man. It just does not make sense to me. Chilling, listening to Joel preach. Maybe we should move this to Sundays. I'm trying to quit. Brian Nichols, we all appreciate you, Mr. Just Right One, and the fine piece of art we have here. Vape on daily. Absolutely, you know. I think I'll go ahead and combine my Insta accounts. It's only the platform I have 2 separate accounts. Late to the party, what's up, Just Right? And everyone chilling on a Friday. You know, it's just, again, you don't have to go make 2 conjoin your accounts. Like, I understand some people want to respect their privacy, you know, like I get that. As far as the pictures of their kids and so forth. Me, I show my kids proudly. I want people to know why I chose to vape. Why do I want to live a healthier lifestyle? I want them to see the joys of our family's trips and journeys and what we're doing on a daily, our ups and downs, good, bad, or not. You know, I want people to see that. I do have a Mr. Just Right One account on Facebook that's kind of like, I did that so I could link my Instagram account or something like that. And it had to be like a business page for me to link it or something. So that's why I have that account. I do try to interact and be active on both of them, but truth be told, I'm really more active on the Joel Robinson page as opposed to the Mr. Just Right One page. You know, because ultimately, if Mr. Just Right One was gone, or Joel Robinson was gone, there would be no Mr. Just Right One. Cole Emmett says, I have to be nice till Nunu wears off. So you're a great person, Mr. Just Right One. Hey, Cole Image. Love you, man. He's a good dude, guys. He picked up that MRN monster that I had, and it couldn't have gone to a better person, you know, a better home, you know. And he hand checked it today, and I was like, oh, that hurts to see. But you know what? I'm glad it went to him. If I had to choose anybody, it would be him, because I wouldn't even known of a monster had he not mentioned it. So, Mr. Just Right One, I've blown many trees then and got a CDL now, 4 years vaping, and I love it. My son vapes now. He's black and mild free. Respect, Gregory. Much respect to that. You know, and we're about vaping right now because we want to have it around for us. That's the selfish mindset of ours. The giving mindset and the caring mindset says it's not for saving vaping for us. We're fighting now for future generations to have this. This is not And that's a big misconception right there that people get wrong. Is it we're fighting for vaping today? Like we want it to be here today. We're doing it for us. I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for Alyssa's children, Marissa's children, Madison's children, baby Joelle's children, little Hot Rod's children, their children's children, and their children's children. You know, we are changing the future right now. We're writing history today by being those that stand up, like the old Al Capones and those guys that were in the prohibition phases were like, you know what? They were doing it for the monetary gain of it. And yes, there is monetary gains to be had. But we are doing it ultimately for the future generations. We're fighting now for the future generations to have this option. Mikey 2 times. Check out Mike Vape's post to sign the petition to overturn the PMTA deadline. Good deal. Good deal. Jason Rodriguez. Joel Paul has ruined it for all of us U.S. vapors. Joel was a downfall for all of us. Man, Jason, I'm going to have to disagree with you, man. I'm going to have to disagree with you on this because what it is, or how I feel about it. You can feel any way you want to about it. I'm not one to say you're wrong, I'm right, whatever it may be. But my mindset is nobody is responsible for my downfall but myself. If I let somebody else's actions take me under, then I am ultimately responsible for that. I allowed that to happen. You know, we can't put the blame off on Jewel and say, Jewel is causing this, Jewel's doing this. No, we're causing this. We're allowing this to happen. Jewel didn't allow this to happen to us. We allowed this to happen. Remember that whole thing, that whole saying I have? What you allow is what you'll receive. We allowed that to happen. And we're receiving exactly what we allowed to happen. So what do you do about it now? Well, the damage has been done. Nothing says you can't rebuild. You know, if your roof on your house starts wearing out after 15 years or 20 years, or however long your roof that you purchased is, a 10-year roof maybe, just because the shingles wear off, you're not going to put any more shingles back on top of it. You're not going to patch it if you have a leak. No, you're going to start rebuilding and doing what must be done to ensure that you have a home. We must do the same in this vape industry. We must act now and do what we have to do to rebuild this industry, to rebuild the positive image that we have or had years ago. We need to start working on that image and ensuring that we keep that positive image and moving forward. And it's not going to happen just by slapping a Band-Aid on it once and leaving it be. No, it's something you're going to have to go back and nurture and continue to nurture and continue to nurture. And we'll be nurturing the vape industry for years to come. You know, we always say the vaping is in its infancy. Do you not nurture an infant? Yes, you do. You have to, every 3 hours, are waking up to feed them, change their diapers, burp them, whatever you have to do. The same thing with this industry. If this is an infancy industry, then we must nurture it constantly. We can't just say, oh, we did it. Our job's done. You know, we beat the tax here. We beat the tax there. We beat the flavor ban here. No. Just because you beat the flavor ban in your state doesn't mean there's not other states that are facing the same music right now. You know? And what we need to see is the states that we do beat the flavor bans and we do beat the taxes on, what keys did they bring? What key points did they drop home to their congressmen, to their boards to say, we're going to overturn this or we're not going to allow this? And utilize those key points in our future fights moving forward. You know, you got people like that Barstool guy, you know, and shout out to the gentleman that spoke up for him. I've seen this video many times. You know, he said, get out of my face. That dude right there is a greater man than me. I have to tell you that right now. Because Mr. Barstool would have been pulling that microphone out of his ass if he's in front of me. I'd have gone to jail that day. No joke. We'd have been a viral video. Because y'all have seen it live on film. I took that microphone and shoved it smooth up his ass. Why? Because people like that are constantly damaging and hurting our industry or the reputation or the perception of us. Not necessarily our reputation, or the perception of us by the community away from vaping, our day-to-day community. You know? Good deal, Gregory. Damn good. Smoke and vape. Look, I have no problem you coming on here and want to plug your website or whatnot. Cool, get at me. You know what I mean? We can make something happen. But to come in here and just do it on the whim just because you feel like it, that ain't the way we do business, my friend. I want to do that to you. I want to come in your shop and say, hey, come tune in to Mr. Just Right 1 every Friday night. Come tune in to Mr. Just Right 1 every Friday night, or your TV commercial or your radio commercial that you have airing. I want to go over there and leave that comment, or in your reviews of your website, I want to go leave that over there. It's a matter of being respectful. And see, that's what I'm talking about right there. We talk about the damaging actions to our industry and our community. We should all want to work together as one, but you have to be respectful as well. I'll give you 20% off. How about I'll tell you to fuck off? Is that fair enough, my friend? Peace. And guys, that's not being rude or being a dick. That's just, if you don't have enough respect to be respectful and cordial and mutual with the others in this industry, then you have no place in this industry, And I'm sorry about that, but I'm not even sorry about that. I will not apologize for that. I will tell you that that's the way it is. We don't have to cause around, stir up drama and all that kind of stuff like that, but you don't just go and you just be cutthroat about the matter. Brad's Vapors in here in chat right now, tuned in watching. You don't see him plugging the shit out of his site right now? Why? Because that's not the way it works. Like, he could if he wanted to. I'd have let him, no problem. But them kind of people right there where they don't do nothing. All they want to do is just, oh, damn. All those people want to do is they're out for sales, just trying to get money. They don't care about the community. They don't care about the industry. They don't care about nothing but the almighty dollar. That's all they care about. They're addicted to the most powerful drug the world has ever known, and that is the dollar. So Connie Fellows has a very, very interesting question. I'm going to address this because it was put out there, and I love Connie to death, and I respect her for asking the question, so I'm going to give her an answer. At Mr. Just Right 1, I was wondering if you would comment about if you feel like other e-liquid companies' practices anything like Adore e-liquids did, like the big e-liquid companies. I'll tell you this. You know which companies are doing things the right way. You have a very, very good idea of how these companies are going about themselves. You typically can go back somewhere on Instagram. It's not a big thing anymore, but it used to be where, everybody was showing their clean rooms and how the juices are bottled and manufactured, or e-liquids are bottled and manufactured, and the labeling processes of such. You see it a lot. It used to be a big thing, maybe like 2-3 years ago. It was like a really, really big thing. You'd see a lot of that little videos on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook. Those were shared. I think they should come back to doing that. Before I ever bought a bottle of juice from any said company, like especially an up and coming company, like a new company, I would request them to show me your clean room. Let me know your clean room. But what happens is we have that buddy system at word of mouth. Well, I know so-and-so makes e-liquid, right? He's DIY, does it himself. Nothing against the DIYers. If you're doing it yourself for yourself, that's different than doing it for commercial value, for retail, for allowing it to selling it to somebody else. I don't have an empty bottle, and I'm not going to use this bottle because I enjoy this bottle of e-liquid. Let me find a bottle. I'm sure I got one up there. If you get a bottle of e-liquid like that, where it's just a stickered label that was printed on just a regular home printer and labeled on a bottle, are you sure that they're doing that in a clean room? And somebody says, well, they got a real clean, sterile area that they do it at. But what happens if, for example, the wife was frying fish with peanut oil one day while he's in there, while the significant other is bottling e-liquids? All right. And when he's mixing those e-liquids and he fills the bottle and he puts the cap on it, and he's trapped some fumes of that peanut oil in that e-liquid. Somebody goes to vape that e-liquid, but little do they know that the person who bought that bottle of e-liquid or was gifted that bottle of e-liquid had a severe peanut allergy. They fall over graveyard dead. Does the individual that made that e-liquid have the liability insurance, the umbrella coverages, all the safeties that are required to cover themselves? Did they put on that e-liquid bottle, this is bottled and manufactured in the same place that peanuts may have been? No, you don't. And that's something you have to think about. And I don't think a lot of people take it that seriously or think of the what ifs or anything like that. But it's something that is very, 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 very serious matter that has to be taken into consideration always. Always. And I hate that for Adore liquids. I hate that situation that we've seen on film had come to be. But you know what pisses me off even more than that? The fact that somebody could realize and know that was the conditions and the way things were and not be vocal and not speak about it until it was beneficial to them. To me, that's a coward-ass move. And I'm not saying any names about anybody. But if you see wrong and you don't speak on it, you might as well have done wrong. If you see somebody beating on a kid, child abuse, and you know about it and you don't speak on it, you're just as guilty of child abuse as the individual that was doing it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not even sorry. That pisses me off. Connie Fellow says, but Adore liquids labels don't look like that. They look real legit. I used to have a bottle of Adore liquid. I don't have it anymore, but I did have a bottle. And you can, there's a level to it you can see, that you can know of whenever you're getting your e-liquids. And it is a tricky game. It's much like the batteries, getting rewrapped batteries and whatnot. I wish it was in, I guess that's where ethics come into it, moralities about it, one of an individual, where the code of ethics comes into play, where you can tell too, at one point in time, that Adore e-liquids may have been like her little clean room, sterile place. And then as situations arose and came about in whatever situations they may have faced, that caused the degrading of the quality and pride that she contained within herself in regards to her e-liquids. And so it's tough, guys. It is. I mean, hell, I can't say that other big companies, especially that are having, white labeled e-liquids manufactured somewhere to being done somewhere else, that's a horrible thing, And like Leslie says, I've been DIYing for 2 years and would never go back. You know what I respect about Leslie's Vaping? Leslie's Vaping is a DIY. She does it for herself. She's not doing it for monetary gain. She's doing it and it is monetary gain in a sense because she doesn't have to go buy it. She's buying the formulas or, the ingredients to make her own, but she's not doing it for retail purposes. And that's the big difference there. It's not like making a homemade necklace or something like that. It's not like that. I mean, this is something that people are consuming into their bodies, something that people are putting into their bodies to have a healthier alternative. Who are we to contaminate that healthier alternative mindset that they had by not upholding standards within ourselves to ensure that what we provided to them was the very best we had to offer? Vape Kings, I don't believe she did scam all of us. I believe that she faced trials and tribulations in her life, and she had to do at the time to get by with it. I'm not condoning her actions by any damn means. What I actually saw that was very disturbing to me. But you know what even disturbs me even more than that? The fact that video getting shared around the way it is. That video has been shared and shared and shared and shared. Who do you think is going to take that video up? And what do you think you're going to see the next time there's a big court hearing about this being a 95% healthier alternative to smoking, and they show a damn towel with insulation falling out of it and shit? Be careful as to what you weaponize against other people, because that same weapon will be turned against you. And I'm afraid that's what's going to happen with that video. Somebody's going to get their hands on that video, and it's going to be turned, and it's going to be used against us. So who have we really helped with that? If you knew that bad practices were going on, you knew that was morally wrong, there's people you can call about that. You didn't have to make a video of it. You can call the local health department. Call the housing authority. I mean, Are you that thick in the skull that you don't realize that? If you're really a smart individual and a smart mannered person, then you know that when things like that are happening, there's perfect avenues and the right way of going about doing things. Don't want a video out to the masses for everybody to see. I got to disagree with that. And that's nothing against the individual that did it. I don't think people stop to realize at times that what we're fighting against, what's going to be used against us ultimately. Mr.JustRight, a little late. Good Vape LA. What's good with you, brother, man? How the hell are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Gregor Brown, Joseph Walters. Yes, I hope we do have a Dallas Expo soon, and I would love to see another Dallas Expo. I would love to be there, I really do. Vape King says she will make a new website and change the name. If so, then so be it. But, there's people that are around her that know what she's doing, whatever it is. If she doesn't clean up her act, and nothing says that she can't go back and clean out that building and say, you know what, guys, I'm stopping from this point forward and moving forward. We're doing the right thing. Perfect example. It's now Immortal Mods. It used to be Armageddon Manufacturing. And I spoke to the gentleman from Immortal Mods and Armageddon Manufacturing down in Houston. And I'm not afraid to say it. I'll say it here because I told him to his face. I said, man, I was really against that whole, I ran you through the ringer over that made in the USA and all that whole controversy that happened there, But he stopped what he was doing, did the corrective actions necessary to ensure that he could come back under the name Immortal Mods and do the right thing and let people know where they're being manufactured at and where they're coming from. So that's something that people have to realize, that there's nothing that prevents you from stopping what you're doing now. And the next thing that you do is the right thing. There's nothing that stopped me from I'm not afraid to say it, from selling drugs way back in the day, stopping and saying from this point forward, I'm not going to sell drugs anymore. Never again, and maybe took some of my winnings or the profits that I had and applied them to being a better individual today. There was nobody forced me to, but I stopped doing what I was doing and made a conscious decision from that day forward that I would do the right thing from then on out. There's nothing that's preventing her from doing so. Matter of fact, I hope she does so. Why? Because multiple people did enjoy that brand of e-liquids, but I can't tell her how to conduct her business. Let's see what we got here. Any ideas on RDAs for the Soul Keeper? Actually, I have a gold axial RDA that I'm going to be putting on top of my Soul Keeper. I think just a lot of emotion played into that expose. I think you're right, Miss Connie. Directly underneath it, DJ LSB, what's good, man? That boy Jay, as I stated already multiple times, the door was not always that way. When I got here, it was clean. It just got worse and worse to the point where I had to record and expose. And Daniel, nothing against you, man. I was just telling everybody, I don't know if you caught it or not, but I'm not going to make you go back and watch the replay. I'll tell you right now, I don't think that was handled correctly, and we can have a chat about this if you want one day, no problem. No disrespect by no means, that's not that, just I think that we could, those other ways we could have handled that, by calling maybe the housing authority, health department, things along that nature, to ensure that it was being remedied and taken care of. If I have somebody that I really care about that's addicted to drugs or whatnot, I'm not going to call the cops. I know that. What I'm going to do, and I'm going to offer help. I'm going to reach out to a doctor to address the illness that's contained within that individual. Like I really, really feel that there's certain ways you handle certain things and certain ways you don't. But again, I'm a firm believer, Daniel, and you know this, that my right and your right, my right may be your wrong, your wrongs may be my right, your rights may be my wrongs, and vice versa. I can't tell you how to conduct yourself and what you do. That's Everybody handles situations differently, and to each their own, and I respect you. I respect your opinion and right to do as you please, and vice versa. Brian Feeney says Adore's bottles and labels were a dead giveaway. Also, if it's not in a distro, it's probably not legit. Zach Hawkins says, "Hey Joel, I have been cigarette free for close to a year now, and a lot because of your profile RDA. I love this damn thing with my topside dual. Thank you for bringing it to us." Man, Zach Hawkins, as I said before, I appreciate you a million times over, my friend. I do. But please know that you don't ever owe me a thank you. You don't owe me a thank you. If anybody owes anybody a thank you, I owe it to you guys. So you guys made the profile what it is today. The profile was just an idea, a concept in my mind. Everything that it has achieved today is because of you guys, not because of me. It's because of y'all. You guys made it what it is. I'm just a name that's associated with the profile. Do I take credit for it? I do. Am I proud of it? I am. But you guys ultimately made it what it is today. And Brian Feeney, I agree. The bottles and label were a dead giveaway. Also, if it's not in a distro, it's not legit. I know it's hard to get into distros. I know that's something I'm not too sure on the juice side of things, but I know that it could be hard. And with there's so many e-liquid manufacturers out there right now, everybody has an e-liquid. Everybody has a premium e-juice or e-liquid. And the dividing line becomes cloudy at times. I firmly believe that. And the reason why I say on the labels is because I'm not a fan of sticky labels. Let me give you an example. I say that. I can't even give you an example because I don't have an example anymore. This is not a sticky label, but what I used to do is I'd grab a bottle of e-liquid and I'd let it go, and sometimes you would feel it like stick to your hand or such. I cannot rock sticky labels. I don't care how wonderful the e-liquid is contained within. The grabbing of it and feeling sticky is like, if it's sticking to my hand, what else is stuck to this bottle prior to me getting it? I don't want nothing to do with it. She said the distro route she'd have to sell too cheap. And sometimes you do have to sacrifice profits for volumes. And that was one of the things that I was talking about, helping people understand contractual agreements and so forth, and understanding that moving forward, that you have to. Somebody asked me, okay, would Mr.JustRight, would you take $2 a unit at $39 MSRP, or would you take $1 a unit at $27.99 MSRP? I said, dude, take the dollar. He said, really? $1 a unit? Like, what if I don't sell it? I said, look, the odds are, if what you have is a great design and a great product, you're going to sell more of them because you made it more affordable to people at $27.99. You're going to sell more of them and receive more dollars per unit than you would if you were at $39.99 and receive $2 a unit. It may seem great at first, but over the long term of things, looking at the long run, do you want a short game or do you want a long game? I want a long game. It's business. It's business. And I think that's something that a lot of people have a problem with in this industry, is understanding good business practices and understanding numbers and finances and the way things work, and looking at what their goals are. If they set out with a goal of designing an RDA, but did you set out with the goal of designing an RDA, having an RDA manufactured, marketed and retailed and sold to the public? And like, are you looking at a short game or a long game? Like me, I'm always going to take the dollar at $27.99 MSRP because I realize that makes it more affordable to more people. You can actually search a lot of information on the line right now. You can actually search, especially if it's a YouTuber or such, you can look and see where most of your views are coming from. You can see where the demographic is, the regions, And then you can actually get online and search via Google the mean income, average income for the year in that area, state minimum wages and so forth. And you can calculate and figure out, okay, well, if I have this many viewers in this region, in this area here, then this is the price point that I should be at because it makes it more appealing, more affordable to them, but you can also look at it and say, well, most of my people that view and follow are in an upper echelon bracket. They can afford to hire an RDA, and they're probably going to be expecting that. So let me go ahead and get in that market. Every one of them is different. Every one of them fits accordingly to their plan. Oh, apparently I missed something. The more I think about it, I know what you and Joel mean. Connor, you really don't if you look. Hold on. What I miss? Good point about the distro, Brian. I never thought of that. Connie, they really don't if you look close. Yes. Yeah, Brian, the more I think about it, I know what you and Joel mean. Connie, they would have never exposed Dawn if they weren't mad at her. Gotta go parent my kiddos. Good vape. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. I do. So we can do the math of the profile profit that says go limit. You fucker. Yeah, guys, ultimately, acts done out of spite or vengeance or anytime an action is taken in that manner, it's a cloudy situation. But again, I can't justify or dictate what's right by somebody else's manner because, you liable, like perfect example, gentleman last night bumped into my wife at the movie theater, and I didn't know about it till we sat down because she went and got our seats before us. But he had an attitude with me at the concession stand the whole time. And I went up, sat down with my wife, my son, and mother-in-law. We're getting ready to watch the movie, and I see him walk in. I said, "That dude's got a serious damn problem, man. He got a serious attitude problem." She's like, "Yeah, I know. He elbowed me when I walked by." She said, "He didn't say sorry or nothing." Some of you guys may not get up and go speak on that matter. I'm not that guy. I made sure I got up and I went and spoke with that gentleman, let him know that, look, if you bump into a lady, a woman, a child, a man, if you bump into me, hey, man, sorry, my bad. Didn't see you. Excuse me, my apologies. Or even if you meant to do it, like, hey, yeah, what are you doing, man? Acknowledge me. Don't just not acknowledge me and act like you didn't do it intentionally, especially an elbow. So I went and spoke to the gentleman about it, and he wanted to get kind of hot-headed and hostile in the manner. So, of course, Mr. Just Right one, whenever you have a problem, I'm going to give you your solution. I'm not afraid of that by any means, especially when it comes to my family. So we went down, we, had a few words in the little corridor. He put his hands on me, kind of like pushing me to keep me back. Well, if you put your hands on me, even if it's to push me back when we're only so far away, the minute you lay your hands on me, I am free and you're open game. That's it. Because by law, you can't put your hands on me. You put your hands on me, I can put my hands back on you. So, again, I can't say what's right for somebody else versus my rights, because the way we handle situations are all different. Could I handle that situation better? Probably could have, but ultimately at the end of the day, when it comes down to my mother, or to my wife, my mother, my sister, anybody, but when it comes to my wife and my immediate loved ones, I have zero tolerance policy in that aspect. I love them too much to allow something like that to happen, Remember this, not many people truly care. They just want to follow something, whether it be positive or negative. Also, people just like to bitch, laugh out loud. Yeah, they do. It's a hard thing to make people laugh. It's a hard thing to make people smile, but it's easy to piss somebody off and easy to make somebody mad. It's easier to bitch than it is to congratulate. Trust me, I know. Philly Vape 215, what's up? I love the vape. Anyone remember when Dr. Grimley's liquid was supposedly exposed a few years back? It actually may have been staged by a disgruntled employee. Dr. Grimley's still in business today. Yeah, you're right. You know what? That Brian Feeney guy, I'm pretty sure he's the one that sent me the Paramon that I killed the last of. If you haven't tried it, go try it. Brad's sent me this, the one marshmallow, super sweet. It is. I can't lie to you, I can't vape it all day, but I can rock it. I can rock it. I really can. Another good line that was sent to me was this hashtag HSDMH. This is that purple. Oh man, this stuff is really, really, really good stuff. I don't know where these guys come out of, man. It's like I never heard of them before, and then out of the blue, I'm seeing them everywhere, and I'm like, why didn't I know about this sooner? This is really, really good stuff right here. Yes, Connie, Paramount is delicious. It is good stuff. Brian, I actually have your address. I have a gift for you in a care package to send to you, sir. So know that it is coming, and I did have to reach out to a very dear friend of mine to get your info that I will be sending you a care package. You and Mr. Transistor both have care packages coming from me. Brad's Vapor, brother man, if you need anything from me, just let me know. I'd gladly return the favor and send you something out as well. A Dinkia for burrito. Thank you. Only if you promise. They put fuck you or you fuck. Oh, yeah, I do fuck. Sometimes. I got 5 kids. What the fuck you think? Oh man. I thought the strawberry one was way too sweet. No, I'm not gonna sit and say the one is not a sweet. It is a very, very sweet, but I don't have to have sweet all day long. Like sweet is something like desserts. Like you don't eat dessert from morning, noon, and night. You snack on desserts. You have it in moderation. And that same thing with my very sweet liquids. I love these things. Actually, I rocked it in the Unity and temp control for a whole week, and I was like, you know what? Let me try it on an RDA, and I tried it on that Kylie V2. Oh, shit. Perfect on an RDA. Have you tried any custard from Gorilla? I'm vaping on their strawberry custard right now. I've heard that the banana custard is really, really, really good. Jason Rodriguez, Mr. Just Right One, what's your opinion on MRN mech mods? Have you reviewed one yet? I'm getting the new Reaper and wouldn't mind sending mine out to you whenever I receive it. Jason, I appreciate the offer, man, but please know you don't have to do that. I'm really actually kind of big on not taking people's mods for review and so forth, regardless, whatever it is, because ultimately I have that mindset if something happens to it in my possession where they got lost in the mail or it fell off my counter or it knocked over and put a scratch in it, I would ultimately feel responsible in buying you another one. And that's not really how I like to conduct business. MRN mods make some very, very good mods. I actually know that one of them was Mailbox Ward to our good buddy Shadowlink Vapor. We sent him the LE of that little side fire piece they got. Beautiful black aluminum with black carbon sleeve, I believe. Because they're not laminated, I hate that too, says Brian Feeney. I like Killer Custard by Vectasia. Bob Shorkey, I used to be really good with Vectasia, and I haven't heard from them guys in a bit. I might have to reach out to them and say, hey, man, what's up? Like, did something go wrong? Their lemon custard. I wasn't a fan of very much from Fantasia, but that lemon custard, oh, that was good. Love the vape. You've got to send Mr. Just Right one, at least 2 pieces, so he can review one and give one. Amorite. Yeah, That's typically the email that I send out to a bunch of. I've actually got a few actually this week from different Chinese manufacturers and different suppliers. And what I typically ask them to do is, if you'd like for me to do a review on a product, send it to me. But they say, well, what's it going to cost for a Q1 port? I don't have a Q or anything like that, but I'm not going to charge you for a video. What I want them to do is send me something that I can give back to the community. Whether it be on Instagram or my Patreons or something along them lines, make it so I can give back to them. That's all I ask for these companies. I don't want them to write me a check or nothing. I don't feel that needs to be done. I feel what's more important is being able to give back to the community so you guys can try it, because word of mouth is the best form of advertisement that has ever come to be. And if you won something in my Patreon or you won something on an Instagram giveaway from me and you thoroughly enjoyed it and you told people about it, they told other people about it, told other people about it, they're going to make more money on the sales of that product than they were writing me a check to do the review on the video. Much respect, Joel, says Exquisite Bliss. Much respect to you as well. Well, guys, we've been on for 1 hour and 10 minutes, but I'm going to do everything in my powers again this next week to try to have a guest lined up for next week. If it don't work out, it don't work out. I'll gladly jump back on here, spend some time with you guys, have a wonderful chat. I'm about to do something here in just a second. About to get on and see what a Zoom is going to cost and have a Zoom so we can all hang out. We can all chit chat. I want to make myself more readily accessible to you guys. I mean that, whatever it is. Because ultimately, I'm just one of you guys. I just want to hang out with y'all and chit chat with y'all, shoot the shit with y'all. And my wife's looking at me crazy. What are you looking at me crazy for, babe? Huh? Is it because you love me? Sure. She just cut her eyes at me across. Huh? Whatever makes me feel better. See, that's why I need friends. I love the interaction with the chat, Mr. Just Right One. Absolutely. And maybe in line with the Zoom, we may be able to have 2 or 3 people on here at one time from the chat. Zoom doesn't cost anything. Oh, that's interesting. Well, maybe I already have a room, because I think 9 o'clock, Love to Vape, is what time I typically start. Philly Vape, family first. Shake my head. I want in on the Discord. I need the Patreon link. The Discord, Shane Smith. I will shoot that to you. I got your messenger. I will shoot that to you. I don't know Zoom. James Joseph, the AD Vapor. John Granetsky. What's up, Joel? What's up with you, man? Zoom is just a video chat, man. You can do it on your phone. Once you're given the link, the room number, just dial in and chit chat away. I use Zoom. It's free, Exquisite Bliss says. It's free for the first 30 minutes or so, says Shadowlink Vapor. And I think he's right. For an extended room of an hour or so, or however, it should be longer than 30 minutes or something. So you have to open and reclose the room and all that. I'll look into it. I'm sure it's not that bad, whatever it is, and we'll make it happen. Vaping with Jason, I'd hang out with you. I'd hang out with any of you guys, man. Whether it be at an expo or at the local diner, man, I'd hang out with anybody anytime. That's just my nature. Enders, thank you. That's not bad at all. But I know people have been asking, and I got to make that happen. I got to do it for you guys. Jason Parker, have a great night. Everyone out there, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you a million times over. Bad Mother Trucker, breakfast tomorrow. I would love to do breakfast with you tomorrow, but unfortunately tomorrow is not going to work. I got to go pick up my son, and I'm looking forward to going to pick him up and get him back and give him shit. I'm pretty sure since he's been in West Texas and Lubbock with my mother for the better half of 2 weeks, something like that, I'm pretty sure he's going to come back and say Ohms and Orderly and Que Pasa and a bunch of stuff like that, So we're gonna have some readjusting him back to the real world. Oh man! But guys, I'm gonna do at this time what I've always done. First and foremost, I want to thank Brad's Vapor out there, Brian Feeney for being in the chat. Thank every single one of you guys out there in chat as well. I appreciate you guys thoroughly. You guys make my Friday night. I hope I can have an influence on yours. Know that we are in a big fight right now. We have to do this, guys. We got to get those signatures up. Look for on my Instagram, on my Facebook. I will be sharing the link to that petition, to getting that put up there and getting it signed. Take your time, fill that out. Have other people fill it out. Again, we're not fighting for ourselves. We're fighting for our future, the future. We're fighting for our children's children to ensure that they have a healthier alternative. We know the harms of it. They may not know the harms of it. We see the trend today of the news and the media only allowing you to see what they want you to see. It's on us to stand up and be the revolt against big tobacco and the media and the false pretenses of that it's not a healthier alternative for us. But as I always do, guys, I want you guys to know that if at any given point in time you have ever felt like you are not a somebody, I want you to know that you are a somebody in somebody's eyes, and that somebody is me. I absolutely love each and every single one of you out there. Stay focused, stay blessed. Mr. Just Right One is checking in and checking out at the same damn time. Love y'all. Hit a vape.